Welcome back to ChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from Abba and Preach. Mom of 3 quits her job to be an influencer and becomes homeless. Please take a subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
Get somewhere safe and warm for the night until I'm able to figure out at least how to get home.
Kiara Jones came to Houston from Tallahassee at the start of the new year, chasing after a dream.
This is like one of the biggest populations of the social media influencers. That's kind of my goal, to become a big influencer.
She'd been staying at a motel this month with her
3 little munchkins. I love them. They're so sweet.
But by Monday, she says she'd run out of money.
It just became too much for me after a while.
With temperatures dropping and no place to go, she says she called 911. Police brought her and her kids here.
Essentially, this lady quit her job, came to Houston to be around the social media sphere so she could be an influencer with her 3 kids. She gave herself a couple days to figure it all out. She took her kids with her and risked it all. Mm-hmm.
Poor kids. I'm not going to talk shit on her for wanting to be an influencer. I get it. You know, it's good money. People seem to think it's good money. You know, you live a different lifestyle, blah, blah, fucking blah. But to quit your job and move without any plans or without anything, that's crazy when you have 3 kids. Even when I did YouTube, I still worked 2 jobs. I didn't quit my job. I put everything into YouTube. I put as much hours into YouTube as possible, but I didn't quit my jobs. I still needed to live. If you guys want to do YouTube, don't quit your jobs. Make it a side thing until it becomes big enough to overtake everything else.
Oh, and now they're homeless.
Oh, so now you want to know what I think? Take her kids.
Take
your kids away. If that's the decision that you're taking with your kids, 3 of them. You said, hey, within 3 days, I'm going to be... You plan to be an influencer and things are going to pop up. I don't even know where to start. If you think that in just a few days you're going to be able to become an influencer and money's going to come in...
A few days?
You're going to have a brand deal out of nothing with 3 kids? Oh, let me have 3 days...
And you're a bigger woman. If you were like a very gorgeous woman, or a very gorgeous woman, maybe you have a chance. You can do some stupid dances and, you know, maybe show off a little bit more cleavage, and you'll probably get followers. But that's pretty privilege.
Mental health. Or I don't know, there's something deeply wrong with you. There has to be something. Like, I can't even... Let me quit my job and let me go be an influencer. There's something wrong. There's something terribly wrong. And if that's the decision that you're taking with 3 kids, which winds you being homeless, there's other things. The
influencer life seems to be like a movie star, glitz and glamour. It really isn't. It's just hard work. Maybe there are some, influencers that do really well and live a really great lifestyle, but those are the top tiers. It's just like anybody in a top tier career, top tier anything. Yeah, those high paid earners are going to have a very nice lifestyle, but majority of people aren't. Just like how OnlyFans, the average person that only makes money on OnlyFans is $100 a month. It's not much when you're not putting in a lot of effort, and when you just think that it can just give you money or fame or whatever it is all of a sudden.
There's other things that we did, that you did, that there's anything that's there. Take her kids. No, she cannot take care of those kids. There's too much things that are wrong in this premise, in this setting, in this whole story. I do not get it. Take her kids, and until she can... Yup.
You put the kids in foster care?
3 young kids. What's worse, foster care or you being homeless with 3 kids? It is dangerous to be homeless. Just being homeless. Just you being homeless. Not having a house. Layer, you're black. Layer, you're a woman. Layer, 3 young kids. This is
3 harsh
up.
layers right there.
And it's all by your fault. You quit your job. You decide I'm gonna be an influencer. What? I'm gonna become an influencer. I'm gonna quit my job and I'm gonna figure it out over the weekend. You say those things to me, and what? What are we talking about here? Of course there's something wrong with you, and take your fucking kids. Until you figure out what's wrong with you and we can reassess what's going on, you're gonna be able to take your kids after that. But this is fucked. Nah, B. That's not what I said. What do you think? Nah, B.
What? You're not down?
You moved to another state. This is where all the influencers are. No. There's something wrong with you. Take your kids.
I also thought that's weird. Why would you go where all the influencers are? It doesn't matter where they are, in a sense, I guess. I mean, I'm in LA, but I've always lived here. I just made content where I lived. I didn't have to go anywhere to make more content or to be more successful. I mean, maybe it's a little bit different for some how people see it, but just start off small and do the things. It's a lot of work. That's really what it is. It's putting out content every day if you want to do it every day, or you're just putting out content consistently and consistently improving. And it takes years.
You should take your kids and then figure out what it is, what's wrong with you, why you think like that, okay? And then you can get your kids when you prove that, because now you're fucking them up. I'm sorry, but yeah.
I think that when it comes to this topic, you know, when you have kids and you got a struggling situation, your dreams are kind of on the back burner. You chose to have kids. I know it sucks to hear that, but they're your priority. Your time for taking risks is when you don't have children. Your time for taking risks is when you have financial flexibility. And boo-boo, you got already enough strikes against you. You can't be out here taking risks like that. As far as taking the kids away, I don't know, foster care is not something I'm super prone on. And generally, women who go homeless like this, especially if they're being recognized by the system and they have kids, are very expediently put on Section 8 housing or stuff like that. So, you know, separating families is generally not a great idea. So,
my guy, I can understand that someone gets homeless because their partner beat them or something happened, a switch. I understand. You decided to quit your job, move to whatever. That means you didn't plan shit because you ran out of the money so fast to become an influencer. I understand that you're not a fan of foster care.
I mean, foster kids are not fans of foster care.
I understand what you're saying. I'm not a fan of that lady.
Sure.
And
I'm not saying you're crazy. I'm saying you're crazy. I'm saying I don't think it's a better solution. But I don't think you're insane for what you're saying. You know, it's not you suggest like, yo, send these kids to the moon. Like, I understand what you're saying, okay?
It's crazy.
It is a crazy thing.
Crazy.
But the truth is...
Shit. This one, I'm actually with Preach on this one. Child services kind of need to step in. There's a reason why there's child services, right? It's when the parents are unable to take care of that child or children. This lady is one of those people. She's not in a position to be able to take care of these children. Not a big fan of foster care either. I know it sucks, but at least they'll have a home or a place to stay that they're safe. Being out on the streets with a single mother when they're look like they're 2s and 5s years old. Oh my God.
There's a lot of irresponsible parents who every day have access to their kids, and it takes a lot for their kids to be gone out of their life.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of layers. There's a lot of steps that we're taking. There's a...
Yeah, and there needs to be a lot going on before you can take the kids away.
God, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. This is the part I hate about our system, right? The mother has to be so horrible. And even at this stage, still has her kids. A father, just because they divorce, he loses his kids. He pays child support and he still doesn't get to see his kids. Why is the system like this? Why? Why are we destroying our youth and our kids for whatever the fucking states want to do? These fucking states and the federal government has really made it so families can't even fucking be families anymore.
Yeah, no, take the kids away. We could disagree on that.
Yeah, I think we disagree.
Yeah, that's fine. Take the kids away.
Yeah, I just know too many people in foster care who are like, no. So I don't even put kids in foster care, especially when most of them just stay there and they're just basically in purgatory forever. But anyways, beyond the taking the kids away, generally I think a lot of people are just in financial crunches, and so they look for quick rich get schemes, be it crypto, be it social media influencer, be it dealing in drugs or whatever it is, and people try to get out of that. I get it. But good Lord, you got kids. You risking it all despite having these kids.
I am more successful now than I've ever been successful when I was married. You know why I'm that way? Because I didn't have responsibilities. I don't have kids. I don't have a wife anymore. I just have myself. And I have my family that I still help take care of, but I'm able to take those risks. I'm able to do certain things that are just probably not the best of things, but they worked out for me because I was able to take that particular risk. I was able to say, you know what, if it fails, I'll still be okay. When I was with my ex-wife, or when I had building a family, those risks were non-existent. Why? Because I was not willing to lose that much and become homeless or put my ex-wife at risk or whatever it is. So yes, responsibility really matters. That's why I always tell the young guys out there, before you get all that responsibilities, you need to build yourself up. Why? Because it's the best and easiest way to do it. When you're by yourself and you don't have to worry about much, you can do the crazy shit. You can do the long hours. You can put in that crazy amount of 10,000% effort. But when you're with the family, you got kids, it's so hard to do that.
I'm sorry. Once you become a parent, a certain amount of you becomes more about them.
Correct. 100%
But
agree
some of
with
y'all
that.
still want to make it about you and your dreams, irrespective of how it affects them. And that's where I look at a lot of parents, irrespective of whether or not the decision's as extreme as this one. I'm like, you guys are just irresponsible. You're irresponsible. Y'all got kids, but y'all not real parents. Ain't that what you always say? Mm-hmm. I don't even know if she wanted these kids, but I can tell you she ain't a parent.
She's not.
That is insane behavior to do with 3 kids. And the social media life, listen, I'm going to say this for all the people who may want to make it as a social media. If you don't got at least 6 to 7 months worth of savings to live off of, don't even think about doing this shit. And make sure you're already starting to make some income from social media before you want to scale up.
Correct.
So many people try to switch it. I'm going to do it full time. And then the stress of not having any money starts to affect your product and the way you approach social media. So everything feels forced and you get stressed. Start looking at the numbers go down, your expenses and your living quality.
Guys, I make some decent money now from YouTube. It really adds a lot. I still work my jobs. I still live in my $700 room that I rent with my friends. I didn't change much. Like, it's hard to just all of a sudden do this and you know what, I'm gonna stop everything and just live off of my social media or whatever it is. It's not easy, guys. I tell you guys to push. I always push you guys to do YouTube and to do these things, but I never tell you guys to quit your jobs ever. How to be successful in YouTube is you got to put in those hours when you're not at your job. That's it. And you put in a lot of hours, you put in a lot of content, and you just keep doing it. You keep doing it, you keep improving. It might take you a year, it might take you 2 years, it might take you 3 years. You actually don't know how long it takes to become successful. I quit one of my jobs, my corporate jobs, and then I worked two other jobs to replace that corporate job because it wasn't giving me the flexibility I needed to be able to do YouTube. So I picked 2 pretty flexible jobs. They didn't pay as well, but I was okay with the pay cut because I didn't spend that much money and just focused on YouTube. Went to work, YouTube, ate YouTube. Everything I did was YouTube. Did I become successful? I mean, in some people's eyes, yes. In my own eyes, I'm okay. I wish I was more successful, and I keep trying every day. I'm only telling you guys this, and I did this particular story is because I do push social media, and when I saw this story, I was like, I hope they don't think I'm telling them, to just quit your job or whatever it is. No, it's going to be a long build. It's going to be a long, slow burn, right? If you can get to $1,000, maybe $2,000 a month extra from YouTube or TikTok or whatever the hell it is, that's wonderful money. That's extra that you did a little bit, and if you can build on top of that. But don't just quit your job after you start making money. I've been making money for a little over a year now. Still haven't quit my jobs. I still work.
You want a real action plan? It's this. Save up some money. Make sure you're making a bit of money already from the social media and start scaling up. Or dial back the hours. Go from full-time to part-time. You know, do things in increments. You don't have to, you know, there's this mantra. I never had a plan B because all I thought about was plan A. That's for dumb people, for the most part. That's for people who have nothing to lose. When you're a parent, you're not in that place. And even for people without parents, or even people without kids, I still wouldn't recommend it.
Never.
Life isn't a movie.
I would never.
Yeah, you should have contingency plans. You should have some backups. You should have some backups. You want to go do 3 months, you want to do 3-4 days in Houston and make a risk? Have some family, have some friends out there. I don't know. I can go through so many ways this woman could approach this to make it more sensible, but at the end of the day, I don't even think that's worth it. I just... take those kids away.
I'm with them. I'm with them. I care more for the kids.
Didn't you see me just stand there and not say nothing? I just stayed there and not say nothing. All right?
All right. Yo, take them kids away. Take them away, man. Take them away. That's all I got to say. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
What, nothing?
I said what I said.
What'd you say?
Take them kids away.
Shout outs to Abba and Preach. I know I push you guys towards YouTube and like the social media type things because I see it's good money. It's good money, especially for passport bros, people that want to live in other countries and other, you know, and just travel. Be able to get money passively, not in a sense passively, but US dollars where you can go make money in any country you want. It's a very powerful thing. But it's very hard and difficult. I'm not going to saying that you guys can do 1 or 2 videos and you're going to be successful. No, I feature you guys all the time, all the new creators, and I push them. You know, I feature them. I tell you guys, keep doing it. The first video is the hardest. You just keep pumping out videos. You keep trying. You keep improving. And then you'll get somewhere. And if you don't, at least you still have your job. You still have your normal life. It didn't really affect anything. So please subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.